Hi, I've just finished Ian McEwan's latest. I listened to this on audio, and it's What We Can Know. And I thought this was super. It's a mystery. It's part mystery. It's almost this dystopian feel about it as well, which is, I thought it was great. You've got Tom, who's the humanities lecturer in the year 2119. And he's got a love, an obsession almost, for the poet Frances Blundy, who was writing in the late 20th, early 21st century. And Frances Blundy's most famous poem, A Corona of Vivian, is the mystery at the heart of this novel. He read this poem to his wife at a birthday party in her honour. And he gave her the only copy. It's never been seen since. And only those who were present at the party, only those who were present at the party ever heard it. Its existence is known. Tom knows of its existence because there are emails, there are text messages that have survived a post-climate catastrophe. And the first half of this novel fascinated because Ian McEwan has blended events that we know about for events in our time with his vision of the future. I mean, this is set in 2119. And this dystopian view he gives is absolutely fascinating as well as horrifying. His vision of the future and how events have led to where he is now. The UK where he is because of a climate catastrophe. Little islands. There are huge swathes of land lost to water. And Nigeria seems to be the power because everything, all recorded history, is preserved through the Nigerian internet. It's a fascinating looking at, as you read the first half, you get little glimmers of life and what had happened to get to 2119. I thought I was spellbound. But back to the mystery. And Tom has pulled together all references to this poem from everything he can find. And with his partner Rose, they follow a thread. They set off often on an expedition to where they think this poem might be. So that's where I'm going to end. I'm not going to tell you whether they find it or no, I don't do that. The second half of the novel is Vivian's journey. Vivian, that the poem was written for. So we are back in Vivian's life. We are back in the 21st century, back in our time. And there are twists and things in her journal. Things that you thought you knew from Tom's research. You get to Vivian's journal and maybe, it's not quite what you thought. And you read her journal, and it's lots. And right at the end of the journal, you find that this journal has been, it's been published and it's been edited by Tom. So you've been reading this, and you think, well, is it reliable? Has Tom changed things? You're left with all sorts of questions in this novel. It's fascinating, it really is. And it's not only questions about the future, because those are the questions I had as well, but about the mystery, about memory. And as for Tom, a person who spends his time almost wanting to go back, being obsessed with this world of Blondie and Vivian and dreaming about it. You think, why? What is it about this world that he wants to go back to? But there's also a thing about he almost fears that he is so obsessed with it, and he's almost afraid that this world will be lost together. The memories of this past will disappear and nobody will ever remember it again. Unless he can put something on paper, unless he can find this poem, unless the past will be lost forever and ever and ever. And then you've got the question, he's wanting to preserve the past, and is that the right thing to do? Should the past be preserved so that we can look back on it and never make mistakes again? Or should we just leave it to be gone? There's so much to think about in this novel as you're reading it. It's something. You've got this dystopian world. You've got the ideas about the past, about memory, about this poem that a handful of people heard and nobody ever heard again, that he is searching for. Brilliant. So that is What We Can Know by Ian McEwan. Loved it. So happy reading. Take care.